Well, welcome back to Clark's Off-Road, where we do a whole lot of nothing on a whole lot of something. You had to do it, didn't you? Just had to kick it.
I hit on my foot on accident.
Alright, welcome back. We're working on the 400 again. We're going to try to get that air box, which I managed to plastic weld into somewhat of a circle. We're going to try to shove it in there to try to get the velocity right in the carbs. See, these are way too long. So we're going to try to get this in here to get it to run half right. We got to drop the rear wheel, pull it out, shove this in here, measure, weld it up. And then after that, we're going to move to the front brakes to get those dialed in so we can drive down the road and not die. Crown royal bag.
It's the crown royal bag because this is a bike for a queen.
Just tell me when.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're finally wiggling this thing in here. It's not going very easy, but you can kind of see what the idea is right here. These are going to slide in. I'm going to have to JB weld them in, and then they should be good, but I've got to chop them down about that much right there. So I get to chopping and then get the welding. Okay, so as with everything custom, we got to keep doing some modifications for this to fit. It's probably not going to fit in its exact spot, but it will fit in its close enough spot. So we're going to trim some of this off and make it work. You can see I already tried to do a little trim work there. Did not work. So I'm going to take this side right here off, bring this in just a little bit, and we're going to shove it in there. Alright, so I ended up doing a lot off camera. Probably looks like crap because it's night out and we got the lights on. But we managed to get those strapped down and the air box in there exactly where it needs to be. It's ugly, but nobody's going to see that. It's the best I could do with the conditions it's in. So we're still missing the cover part. Like we have this cover, but there's another one. We're still missing that. So now we're going to hop on to chopping down the brakes a little bit and making them work. Now squeeze. Pump. Alright, so we're back. You can see things have changed. It's been like 3 weeks since I last filmed on this specific bike. If you look over there, there's a whole another bike in the mix. That was mine. I'm gonna insert the video of me going to get it right about here. Alright, so I decided to go pick up a Facebook Marketplace find today. I found an 81 CB650 I decided I wanted now that my woman has a motorcycle. And it's sitting right there. So we're going to see if they'll let us record over here. And we're going to go check it out. And we'll pick it up once we get out there. Alright, so now that we got that cringy intro and I spent way too much time talking to the guy. We're kind of behind schedule. We bought the bike. This is it. Missing some side covers, ain't got a fender. Got Harley blinkers on it. No, it's got pod filters. It hasn't ran in 2 years. It's only got 8,000 miles on it. Somebody's been doing burnouts on this tire. So flat, real flat actually. I wouldn't rely on those shop rags to stop the bike. No muffler, so it's gonna be ungodly loud. That tank has a big gap in the front. That's where that bag's for. Got the world's safest motorcycle seat. It's got an ejection feature on it. If you go too fast around a corner, it decides it wants to eject you. So the only thing original on this all that. So now we're gonna get this. Oh, it's got a Harley battery in it too. It's kind of half Harley, half Honda. So now we're gonna get this bike to the house and start working on it. Maybe get a video out in a reasonable amount of time this time, because as y'all can see by my schedule, I'll be like 3 weeks in between videos. So I guess we're gonna struggle to get it on the trailer and then start working on it. And then I don't know how much of a video is gonna be made on that. Probably a pretty decent one, but it's not gonna happen right now. You can see we got some Bojank temporary seat cover on it. And we found a major issue on its last test ride. Y'all see how this whole section of the motor is now a different color than it used to be. That is because the whole issue I've been fighting with the carbs has not really been the carbs. It's been the head gaskets blown on this side, on this car, where this carb is. So it has been sucking air through. And it's also why it's down on power and why it blows oil out everywhere it sits. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get it torn down and put back together, hopefully all in one go. So now I'm going to get to tearing this thing down. Alright, so you may see this cardboard piece in the background of the video. I don't know if I've already explained it once. I can't remember because, as I said, it's been like 3 weeks to a month. But I made this because I didn't want to pay 60 bucks for a new airbox lid or $100 for a new airbox. So I just got dimensions online, or basically I got a picture online, measured it out, scaled it to what I actually had in terms of size, and made this one. I'm going to use this as a template to make another one, but you can see here I've got lines drawn on it that'll adjust. I have to adjust the intake hole according to how it runs. So that's just to fill that in so y'all don't think I'm just out here shade treeing some stuff, because I am, but not that. So. There she goes. If you ain't got a socket that looks like that, you ain't really mechanicking. Alright, so I've lost my cameraman. So I didn't get part of that disassembly, but I've got the head off. And nothing glared at me for why it was leaking air and oil. But this side did get ate up at some point. Pretty good. I'm gonna put it back together because this thing's getting a new head at some point if it'll just run good enough for her to learn on. Because this is for my girlfriend. So I don't think that was my issue because I was leaking from here. Right in this area somewhere, but I've scraped the gasket off. I looked at the old gasket, it was good. This surface looks good. This piston has some marks on it too. But I'm going to throw that gasket on. I'm not going to worry about the base gasket because I kind of don't have time for it. I'm going to put it back on and we're going to see if she'll fire up and run good and we can finally get a video out. Okay, so you can see I've got it running, right? You can also see that there's oil dripping out of everything down there, which I don't think was my base gasket issue, but it might be. I don't know. I don't think the base gasket was bad before, and I did replace it, so it's a possibility. But I got to get this thing sprayed down. All my brake clean has been used up. But it's now doing something more interesting.
I put a battery in it that was bad, just as basically like a capacitor, right? Well, now with the kickstand down in neutral, I have a two-step. I have never in my life seen a bike do that before. But if I put the kickstand up, it's fine. So I think I've got enough content to make a video, but there's definitely going to be a part 2 to this.